Today I have a Shiraz vine and I'm going to be planting the Shiraz vine in a pot that's 500 millimeters wide. I've started pre-sealing the pot with some compost, some grass and some charcoal to help fill it because it's about 52 liters. I've also got with me fertilizer pellets to help with it, as well as a bucket here ready with potting mix that is about 30 liters. Of organic potting mix, stuff that I could get from Flower Power to get this ready. So I've got the big pot, already started getting the base, filling it, and then I'll fill that up with soil, so it's about level. So then dig it out and then fit the plant in here and put it in and see how it goes. First time I've tried growing a Shiraz vine in a pot, so it's also a bit of an experiment. I've also mixed some of the pellets through the potting mix already to help this go smoothly. And I picked a pot with holes in the bottom for drainage to help, and I'm hoping the loose leaf and the things at the bottom help with drainage as well. So adding all of that soil in quite liberally to top that up and get it filled and mixed in with whatever else was at the bottom. Then I can get my and start positioning it with a hole that will be about the size of the base of the vine in the pot. Take the opportunity to measure and check. So I need to go a little bit deeper still on that one. And the irony is I've potentially been concerned about not having enough material. Means, ironically, I'm in the position where I may have overfilled some of it. This one on the check. I'm happy with that for the depth of how deep it will go because it'll loosen a little bit. Hug. You should come out. And you can see the roots have come together quite nicely in the vine and give them a little bit of thing to loosen them up, because I want them to grow in air so that they take in the new pot. If I did as the pot, I'd be losing less soil as well. If we get that in there, that planted, and start pressing in the soil around it, and then I can also come back and mulch this and give it a prune to come together. But it's going to be an interesting experiment to see how this kind of comes together over time, because the year's 2024 when I'm planting this vine, but I'm planning to prune it diligently over the next 3 years in preparation for the fruit to come together for making wine out of it in 2027. But we'll see how that goes and see how it grows in a larger pot. So it's gone from quite a small pot to a big pot for those roots to really take hold, grow deep, and get a lot of nutrients from the fertilizer that's been put in with that potting mix. And the other thing that I'll be wanting to do on another day is get it all together. I had it strung up with some string to help try and get it growing, to train the vine up the string to go straight up, to get the thing together, to be able to have a nice tall trunk, to be able to start building the structure of the vine, because that's going to be the goal for the next 3 years. And also it'll be important to water it in now that I've put it in a new spot, and I'll potentially add a stake to it as well. So drainage will also be important as part of this pot, which is why I've added that loose matter at the bottom, but we'll give it a good soak to begin with because it's in its new home, in a new environment, and hopefully we'll see it come together nicely and we'll also need to give it a bit of a prune to focus on two main growing stems. So that gives it a water. The Shiraz vine is in the pot plant and it is ready to go, and that should settle in. Hopefully the roots will take and the plant will thrive, and it will need some pruning in another video. So stay tuned for more and click subscribe if you want to follow along and see how this journey goes of trying to grow a Shiraz vine and trying to get grapes out of it. It's going to take at least 3 years before I can make wine out of it, but that's part of the journey, and it will be teaching me patience. So subscribe and stay up to date.